Hello, all you Bladers. Today we're going to be reviewing Beyblade Burst Dynamite Battle, Episodes 1 and 2, the beginning of the series. So first, in Episode 1, it shows the intro of the series, the thing that is always in the beginning of each series. They show the launchers, they show Dynamite Battle in this golden aura going through this vortex. That's cool. Bell Daikokuten, the protagonist, is holding his bay. This is supposed to be his friend group. There's Ranzo, the Kayama bro, there's Basara, who owns Death Solomon, and the girl, they're battling in the stadium, that's cool. There's Louie, who is first in the sort of character that they show. Then there's Free with that sick new earring, and he's next after Louie. Then there's Shu, which I don't know why, his face looks sort of cartoonish and more pale, I don't know why. Then there's our main man, Vault, behind a blowing up tree full of rocks, I don't know what that is. And then there's Bell riding his avatar, that's cool. And then we see Dynamite Battle bursting Colossus Ragnarok. This is the antagonist of the series. I think his name is Rashok Goodman. Not really an intimidating name. He's supposed to be Xander's sort of related brother or something. And then we see Belial bursting all these bays for fodder. We see Basara and the girl going into the mansion where everyone's running away from. We see a bunch of bursted bays. This is the mansion where Belle is in. Belle sort of greets them in a weird, creepy Batman sort of way. Basara shows Death Solomon and challenges Dynamite Belial to a match. Belle shows his bay. Obviously, Dynamite Belial. The girl's kind of scared for Death Solomon. And Free's there watching from BC Seoul along with Vault. Louie's there on his island watching as well. That's cool that we see Louie, Free, and Vault in the first episode. Death Solomon launches a barrage of attacks, but then Belial speeds up using the tip of its Venture driver. He dodges the attack, and then his avatar shows up, which is really cool. He does a barrage of attacks on his own. It is very compact, which means it's going to have a lot of stamina and weight to it. He uses a move called Dynamite Bomber and bursts Death Solomon, so it's clear he's been through a lot of training with his bay, unlike the other protagonists in the beginning of the series. So then Louie, he sort of laughs, then he says to the world, "I'm challenging all you Bladers," and that is the end of Episode 1. Episode 2, we see him talking to his avatar, so that's cool. Louie challenges him, which kind of reminds me of how Red Eye was challenging all the Bladers in Season 2, and Louie challenged Red Eye, so this kind of reminds me of that. That's cool. They show the sort of system. They don't really explain how it works, or maybe they do. I can't read Japanese, but he's in his low mode. Then Louie attacks him, but Belial's too fast. And then Louie does a raging upper, and that's cool animation. It's a bit different from the one in Super King. And then we see a bunch of sparks when Louie hits Dynamite Belial, and Dynamite Belial goes into the air. And, he lands on top of Longinus, slams it, does a first fierce attack. Louie was obviously not expecting this at all. Then he uses his special move, Dynamite Bomber, and bursts Rage Longinus, and that is the end of Episode 2. So with Super King, I kind of started my channel in the middle of it, and then I started reviewing the episodes near the 55% point mark. For this series, it'll be nice to see the episode reviews kind of improving as we go on with the series. He seems like he's gonna be... hopefully he's not another Lane case where he's OP. It's clear that he's unlike the other protagonists like Vault, Drum, Hikaru, Hyuga, Aiga, etc. He obviously has already been through some training with his bay. And Louie bursting, now that is... I admit, it is kind of OP, but it's kind of like how Lane burst Louie, where Lane kind of caught Louie off guard. Because Louie doesn't really... It's kind of hard to explain, but it's like Lane, where he kind of just caught Louie off guard because Louie didn't know there's a DB system bay, but I admit it is pretty much OP that he burst Louie in the first episode, so that's kind of But hopefully when Louie upgrades to his Dynamite Battle Bay, that's going to be something to see. It is interesting because in the beginning of each series, they have a lot of characters, say, let's start off with the latest season, Super King, right? They have the twins, Vault, Silas, Rantaro, Free, and I think there's like 2 other people. With this series, they have the main group of friends, obviously. They didn't show the antagonist, Rashok Goodman. They didn't show Ranzo yet, or his bae. I assume that Free and Vault are just going to be sort of in the sidelines talking about the match, like they were this time. Louis will probably be in some of the battles until we see the new Fafnir. We don't have any news yet on the new DB Longinus, which I kind of don't expect to see for a while now, because it is obviously only the first episode. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Subscribe if you enjoyed, have fun, peace out, and don't forget to keep on blading.